High school football season is here. It is rolling. We are off and underway, unveiling our Varsity 4 Super 10 Week 1 rankings. Ponte Vedra, they were not in the preseason rankings, but they are up. They played St. Augustine tight in their kickoff classic last week, and I've got Ponte Vedra debuting at number 10. Creekside, they were in our preseason ranking. I love their offense and the ability to score a lot of points very quickly. Sean Ashenfelder at quarterback, Harrison Garrido at running back, Caleb Taylor-Birch at receiver. They have got a tough game this week against Mandarin at the Corral. Number 8 and 7, they stay put from my preseason poll. Bradford and Baker County, they know a lot about each other. Bradford at number 7, they have beat Baker County 4 straight seasons, including a couple of those in the playoffs. Jamie Rogers, the head coach at Bradford, he is a fantastic coach. Kevin Mays at Baker County, he has never been under 500 in his time at Baker County, so that is a good week 1 opener. Those teams 7 and 8 know each other very, very well. Moving up to 5 and 6, these two teams saw each other last week in the kickoff classic. Bartram Trail came out ahead in that one, but so evenly matched. These teams have playoff history as well. One of the best playoff games I've ever seen came between these two teams a few years ago. Riverside starting at number 6. They go to Oakleaf this week, and Bartram Trail at number 5. They are hosting Sumner from down south, so that should be a good one. Bartram Trail, I'm looking forward to seeing how their veteran offensive line blocked for a couple new guys in the offensive system. Arthur Lewis IV, great athlete there, and quarterback Jaden Weatherly, the new wave of Bears taking center stage. Up to our top 4, not a lot of surprise. All 4 of these teams know each other extremely well. Rains at number 4 and Bowles at number 3. They are playing in our Varsity 4 game of the week. Tell you about that one here in a minute. But probably the most talented team that Rains has had since its back-to-back state championship team back in 2017 and 18. Donovan Maslin has a loaded group at the Graveyard. They're going to contend for a state championship this year. They are going to Bowles on Friday night in our Varsity 4 game of the week. Bowles, a little unorthodox season for them last year. They were 8 and 6, but still made the state semifinals. Bowles has been to the state semifinals every year under Coach Matt Toblin. I don't know if that changes this year or not. They have an excellent team, a lot of veterans, a lot of those kids who took the lumps last year during a tough 8 and 6 year. They are back. They're older. They're better. And I like this offense. Ethan Drum at quarterback, Naeem Burrows, the two big ones, Chase Collier. I like this Bowles team. Matt Toblin has a talented group there. They're going to push for a state championship game appearance too. Number 2, I don't think there's any surprise. These two guys were 1 and 2 in our preseason Varsity 4 rankings. St. Augustine, an embarrassment of riches on the offensive side of the ball. Lachlan Hewlett, Carl Jenkins Jr., Samorian Wingo, just so many guys on that offense. Can they stop teams, though? They had a lot of defensive losses on graduation. They are at Palatka, the state's oldest rivalry. One of the state's oldest rivalries, actually tied with Hardy and Wauchula down there in Arcadia for the oldest rivalry in the state. But this game is unusual on the spot in the calendar because these teams usually finish like a week 11 game, but it's number 1 this week. So that's an interesting game. St. Augustine's won 10 straight in that series, but this series has had some wild swings over the years. So I really like this game, just unusual spot on the calendar. So Jackets, number 2 in our Varsity 4 Super 10, making that long trip to Putnam County for the opener. Mandarin versus Creekside and Mandarin. We've covered them pretty significantly in the offseason. Our Varsity 4 preseason number 1 team. They played for a state championship last year, as did St. Augustine. Mandarin opens up the season at home against Creekside, our number 9 team. An interesting little perk in this game. Mandarin senior class, never beaten Creekside, so they are highly motivated by this one on Friday night at the Corral. Again, Mandarin, the most talented team in the area, I think, by a country mile. Jamie French, Drake Stubbs, our reigning Defensive Player of the Year, Tremel Jones, Bryson Wright, tons of guys on this team that you're going to see playing on Saturday. So Mandarin and Toby Bullock, an early front runner for a state championship in Class 6A. Mind you to check out our Varsity 4 game of the week on Friday. As mentioned, it's number 3 Bowles against number 4 Rains. It is going to be a fantastic game. We'll have you covered starting at 7:15 p.m. on Friday night at newsforjacks.com. That'll do it for sports. Make sure to stick with us every Tuesday night for updated Super 10 ranking. You can check out all those rankings and more high school football coverage over at newsforjacks.com.